Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, All Cities Videos. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, and for subscribing. In this video, I'll be updating you on Twist of Fate. It is hot, I must tell you. Guess what? Mihika was rescued in this particular update, and Rhea did the unthinkable. Rhea realized that Shahana replaced Prachi and did this. Rhea removed Prachi's veil to expose Shahana but got the shock of her life. You need to watch till the end to find out how it happened. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click on the like button. It will help this video a lot. Let's go. Prachi tells Shahana that if she goes to Mandap, then marriage will happen. Shahana asks her to run away from there. Prachi says then Mihika's life will be ruined. Dida tries to talk to Pallavi about Rambia and Prachi. Pallavi says this is right for them and says her tongue can be bitter but doesn't have any bitterness for anyone. She says she don't want to hurt anyone and says if there was someone else then would have thrown Prachi out rather than thinking about her marriage. Dida says she knows her Pallavi and praises her. She asks her to think for 5 minutes that Prachi and Sid's marriage shall not happen. Rhea hears them and calls Aliyah. She asks, "Where are you?" Aliyah says, "I am at the place where I shall be." She asks if marriage is happening. Rhea says no and says she had enough and says now something will happen. We will either remember something or we'll forget. She says today will be the judgment day and says in war there is either defeat or victory. She says she wants to have forever happiness and says I want to see whose destiny is having it. Prachi says marriage will not happen. Rhea says something will happen which has never happened till now. Aliyah says the person wins who attacks first. The episode starts with Shahana asking Prachi what she's telling as she didn't understand. Prachi says I will not sit on the mandap as you will sit in my place. Shahana says, "What are you saying? I will not sit on the mandap." Aryan comes there and says Shahana is right. Nothing will happen to Mihika. Prachi asks, "Who told you?" Aryan says, "I heard you both talking." Prachi asks Shahana to understand and says she is married and pregnant with Rambia's baby. She asks her to sit on the mandap and says, "We will make sure to stop the marriage." She says, "In case if your marriage happens, then think that you are not marrying a random guy, but marrying Sid, and he is a good guy." Aryan says, "How can Shahana marry Sid?" and says she doesn't see him with that sight. He says she likes him, but he asks Shahana to say if she likes Sid. Sid says Prachi is right and asks Shahana to sit with him. Shahana asks if the marriage happens. Sid says it will not happen. Aryan says I will sit on your place. Sid says he is not wearing Sarah. Shahana says if the marriage happens then she will divorce Sid. Aryan says the team is gone to save Mihika. Shahana says she will get ready as the bride. Sid asks Aryan not to worry and takes him out. Sid and Shahana are seated for the marriage. Aryan asks Pandit Ji to explain all mantras in details. Prachi and Shahana think he is right. Sid says we are not in a hurry. Pandit Ji asks bride and groom to keep their hand on each other's hands. Rambia goes to the hotel and thinks Aliyah's location is this. He pushes the door and comes inside. The goons hold Rambia. Rambia asks goons why they are goons when they are so handsome. He beats them. The goon catches Rambia and tells him that Mihika won't be saved and he will also not be saved. They try to tie his hands. Mihika sees Rambia and kicks the glass bottle near Rambia. Rambia pushes the goons and locks them in the bathroom, holding the glass bottle. He then comes to Mihika and takes her from there, leaving his phone there. Rhea thinks she doesn't seem to be Prachi. Then who is she? Prachi thinks she is doubtful what to do. Aryan is worried and thinks it seems marriage will happen. Rhea shouts and says this marriage can't happen. Rambia takes Mihika to the hospital. The doctor rushes Mihika inside and asks Rambia what has happened to her. Rambia says she was badly tortured and beaten up by someone. Doctor says she will be fine and asks who is she. He says she is my sister, thinks she paid price for them. He thinks they have to pay the price for her condition. Rhea tells Pallavi that this marriage is not of Sid and Prachi, as there is someone else in the veil. She tells that she has stopped the marriage as it is not Prachi. Aliyah asks why the marriage stopped, as Rhea got the test done. Aryan asks, where did you go? Aliyah says she told him many times not to ask elders. He says, I am asking my mom. He says, I know you love Rhea more than me and can do anything for her. He says he will tell the truth. Rhea asks if I am playing game. Aryan says no, but somehow you have said yourself. He says if you can expose someone, then the other person can expose you too. Rhea says I was talking about this marriage as there was someone else in the veil. She says Prachi shall marry Sid, but she is not here. She says we shall bear this drama for some time and says Prachi is playing this game and damn responsible for all this. She says sometimes she wants Rambia and sometimes Sid. Sid says Prachi is marrying for your wish and don't know what dream you have seen and stopped the marriage. Rhea blames him for not stopping the marriage and asks him to be one-woman man. Sid says, I was one-woman man, but you? Aliyah asks Rhea to lift the veil and see who has come. Rhea is about to go when Aryan tries to stop her. Rhea lifts the veil and throws it far. She gets shocked seeing Prachi. Prachi asks, why are you shocked? Rhea asks, when did you come here? Prachi recalls Rhea stopping the marriage and shouting that this is not Prachi. The haven gets smoky and Prachi replaces Shahana in the mandap. Rhea asks Prachi, where is Shahana? Prachi says enough and says, you wanted me to sit and then get up. She says you want everyone to taunt the family and asks, since when can you identify me with hands, and says you are Rhea and not Rambia. Pallavi asks Prachi to sit on the mandap again. Prachi sits and asks Sid to call the team. Sid says he will call. He calls Rambia. Rambia says Mihika is safe in the hospital. She is saved, but they won't be saved. Sid gets up and says he will be back. Everyone looks at him. Sid thinks he shall not go out to meet Rambia and goes inside. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more updates from your favorite Z Word series.